Hello and welcome. You are listening to the Happya Life Podcast. I'm your host, Clare Deacon. After deciding survival wasn't enough, I set out on a path to live my best life. I wanted to thrive. Now I'm on a mission to support others. Think you're not good enough, confident enough, brave enough? I'm here to tell you you are, and you can achieve anything. This is your time, so let's do this. Hello and welcome back to the Happya Life Podcast. I'm your host, Clare Deacon, positive psychology coach and therapist, here to guide you on your journey to living a happier, more fulfilling life. Today, we're diving into a topic close to my heart, the power of authenticity, and how embracing your true self can lead to a more fulfilling life. If you've ever struggled with self acceptance or felt like you're not living your true self, this episode is for you. I'll be sharing personal anecdotes, positive psychology principles, and insights from the happier philosophy to help you embrace your authenticity and feel confident in who you are. So let's get started. Let's start by understanding what authenticity really means. Authenticity is about being true to yourself, living in alignment with your values, your beliefs, and your desires. It's about shedding the masks we often wear to conform to societal expectations or to please others. This is something that particularly women take on board with the all the different roles that we play in life and the expectations placed upon us with what we should do. This is a whole thing around all those shoulds. And anybody who has been listening to me for a while or has read my book will know very well what I think of us shoulding ourselves. So when we live authentically, we experience a deep sense of fulfillment and inner peace because we're honoring our true selves. We are showing ourselves that we are worthy of our values, our beliefs, and our desires. And it's something that is important, and we're demonstrating that to the world. So it feels good when we're in alignment. So, on my journey, I've found that authenticity, it's not just a buzzword, it's not just something, we talk about and it sounds of interest. It truly is a powerful way of living in a way that transforms our relationships, our work, and our overall well-being. There was a time in my life when I felt like I was living someone else's story. I was very much full of the shoulds, and I was trying to meet everyone's expectations but my own, and it quite often meant that being out of alignment, it put more pressure on that emotional turmoil because I was always in conflict. So there was a lack of consistency in some of the things that I was doing and saying because I was trying to please others or do what I felt was expected of me. It was ultimately the reason why I was doing it was because I thought that would keep me safe. And that was, an unconscious awareness that was there. I had to conform to others' expectations in order to be accepted by others and to remain in communities. Um, and what I've realized now is actually those communities that I didn't fit in are not my communities. So I've removed myself from those and found the communities that are right for me, that allow me to think, behave, be, and uphold my values, beliefs, and desires. Because that is accepted and it's in alignment with what others feel as well. It wasn't really until I accepted who I was and what I wanted and focused on that and understood it for myself and started to live that out in the world that I began to experience real happiness and contentment. And, the whole reason of what underpins happier around having that clarity, having that purpose, being able to explore that once again as well by being open to understanding that. And when we feel lost, and we're not that clear on who we actually are, there's some stages that need to be taken in order to know what an authentic version of ourselves looks like. So, first off, we need to understand and accept those things about ourselves. Self acceptance is a crucial component of authenticity. It's about accepting yourself as you are with all your strengths and all your imperfections as well. We have the things that make us fabulous and those things that make us not so fabulous. We have our own thoughts, beliefs, talents that make us all unique. And that is exactly how we ensure a rich and interesting life. It's recognizing that you are worthy and deserving of love and respect just exactly how you are. Many of us struggle with self acceptance because we've internalized negative messages from our past or from society that has been placed upon us. In my book, Blooming Happier, I talk about the journey to self acceptance and how it's a continuous process. Self acceptance doesn't mean we don't strive to grow or improve. It means we honor where we are in our journey and treat ourselves with compassion. One exercise I find incredibly powerful is to write a letter to yourself, acknowledging your achievements, your strengths, and qualities you admire. This practice can help shift your focus from self criticism to self appreciation. So you might want to take a moment to reflect on what you love about yourself and write it down. It's a beautiful way to nurture self acceptance. So think about it. What do you truly love about yourself? Now, for some of you, this will be quite difficult. It will be quite hard to reach that. And I want you to know that you're not alone in that place. There are things that you do love about yourself, but perhaps for some of you, that has been hidden for so long or under so many layers that it's going to take time for you to peel back those layers and discover what it is that you love about yourself. I know personally, having this conversation in my own therapeutic process, I can still remember a time where I didn't understand what it was. I didn't know what it felt like to love myself for anything really. I didn't get what that meant. So I've been there and I know what that's like. And once you get onto the other side and you find those things, it puts you in a very different place. It gives you a sense of control and empowerment. So what I can say is embracing authenticity has a profound impact on our lives. When we live authentically, we build deeper and more meaningful relationships because we're showing up as our true selves. Our interactions, we attract people who resonate with who we genuinely are. It's not a constant play of trying to fit in or trying to adapt or amend. So we feel safe, and that authenticity boosts our self esteem and boosts our confidence because we're no longer trying to be someone we're not. In the field of positive psychology, authenticity is linked to greater life satisfaction, and well-being. When we live in alignment with our true selves, we experience less stress and more joy. It's like a weight being lifted off our shoulders because we're no longer carrying the burden of pretense. When people embrace their authenticity, they often report feeling a greater sense of freedom and empowerment. They become more resilient, able to navigate life's challenges with a sense of inner strength and clarity. It's not about perfection. There is no such thing as perfection because as a human species, we always want to do more. We want to achieve more. We want to keep on growing. So even if we rated what we believe to be perfection today, that would change for tomorrow. And everybody has their different perspectives, which makes the world a richer place. So it's important to have that uniqueness. But having authenticity is about embracing who we are, flaws and all. So let's look at the happier philosophy and its principles, focusing on the first principle, which is harmonizing your authenticity. Now, this principle of happier is about aligning your outer life with your inner truth. It's about living in a way that reflects your true self and harmonizing your actions with your core values. So, what does harmonizing authenticity really mean? It means recognizing and honoring your true self in every aspect of your life. It's about making conscious choices reflect who you are and what you stand for. This alignment creates a sense of harmony and coherence in your life, reducing internal conflict and promoting well-being. Here are some practical ways to harmonize your authenticity. So, the first of those that I'm going to share today is self reflection. Take some time to reflect on your values, your beliefs, and your desires. Now, journaling can be a great tool for this. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? What makes me feel alive? Spend a few moments each day writing down your thoughts and feelings. This practice can help you gain clarity and insight into your true self and start to build that picture of who you are and what's really important to you. The next way in which to harmonize your authenticity is by setting boundaries, learning to say no to things that don't align with your values or drain your energy. Setting boundaries is a powerful way to honor your true self. It can be challenging at first, but it's essential for maintaining your authenticity and well-being. Remember, it's okay to prioritize your needs. In actual fact, it's fundamental to ensure your needs are met in order for you to show up for the world and show up for other people. Remember, you need to put your oxygen mask on first. So, the next practical step I'm going to give you is around embracing vulnerability. Authenticity requires vulnerability because you need to open up and be honest, even when it's uncomfortable. Share your true feelings with trusted friends and family. Vulnerability fosters deeper connections and allows others to see the real you. It's through vulnerability that we build trust and intimacy in our relationships. So, next step that I'm going to give you is around practicing self compassion. Be kind to yourself. Treat yourself with the same compassion you would offer a friend. Quite often, we can be really harsh in our words to ourselves. Our expectations are much higher for ourselves than they are for others. When you make a mistake or face a setback, instead of criticizing yourself, practice self compassion. Remind yourself that it's okay to be imperfect, that you're doing the best you can. And where you've made mistakes, then tomorrow you will do better. And showing that self-compassion is a real key element of authenticity, because it allows the true self to come out and to be seen, and not be afraid to be out there and visible, because you're not under threat of getting it wrong and berating yourself if you're showing yourself true compassion. So another way in which you can embrace your authenticity is by pursuing your passion. So engaging in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, whether it's a hobby, a creative pursuit, or perhaps volunteering, something that lights you up. Pursuing your passions is a way to express your true self and live authentically. It brings a sense of purpose and excitement to your life. In Blooming Happier, I share more insights and exercises to help you harmonise your authenticity. One exercise that many find helpful is the values discovery exercise, where you identify and prioritise your core values. This clarity can guide your decisions and actions, making it easier to live authentically. Living authentically brings numerous benefits. You'll experience greater emotional well-being, reduced stress, and increased resilience. When you're true to yourself, you're more likely to pursue goals and relationships that are meaningful to you, leading to a more fulfilling and purpose-driven life. Authenticity also fosters deeper connections. When you show up as your true self, you give others permission to do the same. It creates a ripple effect, leading to more genuine and supportive relationships. Imagine a world where everyone felt free to be their authentic selves. It starts with each of us taking that step. When we live authentically, we tap into our inner strength and resources. We become more adaptable and better equipped to handle life's challenges. Authenticity also enhances our creativity and problem-solving abilities, because we're not constrained by trying to fit into someone else's mold. That's quite a lot there for you to have a think about and get to grips with today. So to recap, embracing authenticity involves understanding what it means to be true to yourself, practicing self-acceptance, and taking practical steps to align your life with your values and desires. It's a journey that leads to greater fulfillment, deeper relationships, and a more meaningful life. I encourage you to explore these concepts further in my book, Blooming Happier. It's filled with good advice, inspiring stories, and exercises to help you embrace your true self with confidence. So that leaves me to say thank you for joining me today on the Happya Life podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends and family, and don't forget to follow us on social media and use the hashtag Happya Life Podcast to share your thoughts and experiences. Visit our website to learn more about my book, Blooming Happier, and how it can support you on your journey to authenticity. Until next time, remember, you are beautiful, you are worthy, and you are enough. Take care and be well. If you've enjoyed this episode, ensure you hit subscribe, head on over to my website, happiercoach.com, sign up for the weekly newsletter, and let me support you in living a happier life. I'm your host, Clare Deacon. Thank you for listening. Have a fabulous day.